Williams Brothers, March of the Penguins.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. The sun is almost over the yard arm, not quite, but I'm having a beer anyway. And I've got one from the Williams Brothers Brewery. Now, I had a bit of a beef with them the other day. I went to Aldi's, I think it was, and I bought 3 of their beers, and 2 of them were identical but rebadged. Now, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was a bad batch or whatever. But to be honest, it just annoyed me that, you know, I was drinking 2 different beers, and they both tasted identical. One was a blood orange IPA, and the other one was a grapefruit IPA. Now, if I drink a grapefruit IPA, I'm expecting grapefruit. All I was getting was blood orange, and it was the same for the blood orange, which you would expect. So that pissed me off a little bit, and I didn't mind the Williams Brothers. They're a bit hit and miss. You know, I've tried some of their stuff. They've done a tribute to Jim Marshall, you know, the Marshall Amplifier Company. They done a tribute to them, and they were really good. And then they did their other stuff. They done a craft lager, which wasn't bad. And they did some other stuff, and I didn't mind them. Then they tried that heather ale. They do that frock. What a pile of shit that was. Didn't like that at all. So I'm at the stage now, and you know, the recent thing with the stuff from Lidl's, I'm at the stage now where I think they're hit and miss. I used to really like them. I thought they were brilliant, but I don't know. Maybe this can, you know, make me like them again. It's one of their stouts, and I picked it up from Lidl's today. It's quite cheap actually. I think it was just over £1.25 or something. I think it was part of their Lidl's were doing a craft beer festival or some fucking nonsense like that. But yeah, I picked that up today. It was on the bargain basement shelf, so I thought, all right, I'm having some of that and I'll give this a go. So let's stop gassing and let's see what this is all about. Right, it's called March of the Penguins. It's a smooth, creamy stout, as they say. It is a 500ml bottle. It is 4.9% ABV. And it says, a silky smooth stout, March of the Penguins, is brewed with a blend of chocolate malt, roasted barley, combined with lovely hop aromas and spicy, fruity finishes. Well, if that's the case, I have got the brew sheet here. And please excuse me reading this off my phone, because my memory is an absolute pile of shit. Right, the malts they've got, lager malt, oats, roasted barley, which you'd expect, that's what's giving it the colour, chocolate malt, dark crystal malt, and malted wheat. So yeah, the oats and the malted wheat will give it a nice mouthfeel. And then you've got orange peel in there, hops and yeast. The hops are Cascade and Magnum, and you've got dark crystal malt. Crystal malt, in case you don't know, is the malt or the barley is roasted. Little shoots will come out from the barley, you know, sprouting stuff. The barley will automatically produce sugar to feed these new shoots, but then it's taken out and it leaves the sugar there, which is slightly crystallised, hence the name crystal malts, and that is given to give it that is used to give it a very nice sort of, they call it a crunchy texture, but you don't get a crunchy texture with it. You get like a slightly sugary, sweet malt flavour. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get this open and let's see what is going on. Right, there's the cap. Williams Brothers cap. There you go. On the nose, out the bottle. Wow. There is some very roasted malt in there, smoky malt. And it smells really nice. Yeah, it's like smoky, sweet malt with a hint of coffee on there, or dark chocolate and coffee mixture. Smells like a good stout should. Let's get it into the glass. Now this has come out of the fridge, but I've let it stand for a bit just to let it sort of warm up, take the cold edge off it. So I'd call this chilled, bordering on cold at the moment. There it is in the glass. It's a very, very, very dark ruby colour. Nice off-white, sort of beige coloured head. 1.5 finger head on that. There's still a little bit left in the bottle there. On the nose, on the glass, more of them. Yeah, more of them dark chocolate and almost coffee aromas, but with a smokiness to it as well, which I'm assuming is coming from the roasted barley. Now you wouldn't get any of these aromas from Guinness or anything like that. This is, you can tell this is a craft brewed stout, and it smells like a good one. So I'm hoping, please don't let me down. Let's get it down the hatch. Cheers. That's really nice. That is a really good one. There's some bitterness there coming from the hops, but the malts dominate on this. Now this has got lager malt in it as well, which is, I'm assuming they mean the base malt. But the crystal malts that they've used and the chocolate malt are huge. They're absolutely huge. The chocolate malt on this just dominates. It really does. The mouthfeel is really good on this as well. Yeah, really nice. Tons of chocolate malt, slight coffee bitterness to the arse end on that. They mention orange peel, that there's an orange peel sort of flavour to this. I'm not getting that at all. And it says that they've actually added orange peel to that, but no. And then they're saying, like, well, they call it a spicy, fruity finish. Not getting that, to be honest. Lovely hop aromas. Not really getting that either, to be honest. What dominates on this is the huge amount of chocolate malt, the coffee sort of touch to it, and just a great mouthfeel to it. They're the three dominant things. The fruity finish, no. The finish on this for me is just like big dark chocolate, you know, the 100% cocoa bitterness and a touch of coffee on top of that. Mouthfeel is lovely. There is some carbonation, yeah, but it's so smooth. Not Guinness smooth, but it just goes down really nice. And I'm assuming that's coming from the wheat and the oats that are in this. Oats are quite common in stout. They give it the nice smooth mouthfeel. And I have to say, from the Williams brothers, this is a good one. I bashed them on the last, not the last one, that weren't too bad. The lime pale ale I thought was okay, but the other two I fucking bashed them. But this has gone some way to redeeming them. I quite like this, and yeah, they've done a good stout there, I have to say. Hats off to them. Not the best one I've tasted, but definitely a good one. So what's the verdict? Well, as I say, I came into this on a bit of a downer with the Williams brothers, but I think they've redeemed themselves a bit with this March of the Penguins smooth, creamy stout. It's definitely smooth, definitely creamy. Tons and tons of dark chocolate and coffee on this, like you would expect from a stout. Lovely mouthfeel, super drinkable. Needs to be served chilled. I wouldn't serve it cold, you're going to miss a lot of them flavours. Serve it chilled and you're going to get that. They mention orange flavours on this and fruit, hop bitterness, hop aromas, sorry, not hop bitterness. There's bitterness on there. It's not what I would call hop bitterness on there. I can't get any of the orange that they're talking about. I can't get much of the fruit either, to be honest. It's all about the dark chocolate and coffee, and it's lovely. I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10. Really nice, proper craft brewed stout. That it's one of them ones where, when I say would I recommend it, there are better ones out there. Magic Rock do a fantastic one. Siren do a really good one as well. And to be honest, this wouldn't be my first go-to. But having said that, I picked this up from Lidl's and it was very cheap. I think it was £1.25 or £1.30. So that's really cheap. So if you want a decent, and I do mean decent, stout, get your arse down to Lidl's and see if there's any left. This was in the bargain basement. I don't know whether this is because the craft beer festival that they were having, whether that's come to an end and these are the sort of the leftover dregs, then you know you may be sort of playing pot luck whether you can get one or not. But I'd say try one at least, because it's a really nice stout, and I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10, and I'm going to recommend it purely on the basis of the price that I paid for it, £1.25. You cannot go wrong with that. And remember, beer is working class champagne.